Can Pakistan challenge India's suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty? Hi, my name is Sneha Biswas and you are watching the Free Press Journal. Tensions between India and Pakistan have reached new heights following the recent Pahalgam terror attack, which claimed 26 lives. In the aftermath of this tragic incident, India decided to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 with Pakistan. This move has angered Pakistan significantly, with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's office calling it an act of war, threatening full-scale retaliation. As tensions continue to grow, Pakistan is preparing to take legal action against India. But the major question is, will Pakistan's attempt to challenge India's suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty be successful? Let's try to understand this. Pakistan is now considering legal action against India for suspending the Indus Waters Treaty. Pakistan's Minister of State for Law and Justice has outlined several possible legal options that Islamabad may pursue. First is approaching the World Bank. Pakistan could take the matter to the World Bank, which is the felicitator of the treaty. However, the World Bank's role is limited to appointing neutral experts and arbitrators. It does not have the authority to enforce the treaty or intervene in such disputes. Taking the issue to the International Court of Justice, Pakistan may also consider approaching the ICJ. The country could argue that India's actions violate the 1969 Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, which governs the suspension or termination of international agreements. Raising the matter at the United Nations Security Council. Another option for Pakistan is to bring the issue before the UNSC. This would be based on the argument that India's actions pose a threat to regional peace and security. Now coming to India's defense of the suspension. India has made it clear that it believes it has a solid legal foundation for suspending the Indus Waters Treaty. Indian officials argue that Pakistan's legal options are limited and that they are prepared to defend their actions. The ICJ's limited jurisdiction. India has pointed out that it has signed a declaration listing 13 exceptions under which the ICJ cannot intervene. One of these exceptions is that the ICJ has no jurisdiction in disputes involving Commonwealth nations like Pakistan. Another exception excludes disputes related to armed conflicts, national security and self-defense, which are directly relevant to the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan. The World Bank's role. India also asserts that the World Bank cannot help Pakistan enforce the treaty. The World Bank's role is only to appoint neutral experts and felicitators for arbitration, not to manage or enforce the treaty itself. Up next is the lack of treaty provisions for suspension. India argues that the Indus Waters Treaty does not contain any provisions for its suspension. However, given the current security situation, India believes it is justified in suspending the treaty until Pakistan takes meaningful steps to stop supporting cross-border terrorism. The Indus Waters Treaty is a 1960 agreement between India and Pakistan brokered by the World Bank to share the waters of the Indus River system. It allocates the 3 eastern rivers to India and 3 western rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, to Pakistan, while allowing India limited use of western rivers too. As tensions rise, both countries appear poised for a prolonged standoff. Do you all agree with me? What is your take on the matter? That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Free Press Journal. Thank you for watching.